picked this spot, we hadn't had a food plot in here. This is going to be a brand new design. We've got a food plot probably a quarter of a mile to the north, but what we got to notice, and there's 3 or 4 points that fall off in here with some drainages that all kind of come together right here in this bottom. And you don't have big steep side hills. You know, normally we wouldn't put a plot right in the bottom because of the wind swirling and things like that, but in this particular spot, it's pretty level. There's some points that come down, but it's not just giant hillsides on both sides. So the wind will be able to stay true in here, and not hardly any big trees in this spot right here. So the dozer ought to take care of it. Ought to be pretty easy to push this plot in. And we've got to noticing after the last couple of years, we've been running trail cameras kind of on both sides of this bottom and getting some good deer running this bottom east to west. So we're thinking between that and then the points coming down, everything kind of funneling right here to this spot. This is going to be on the X right here, we're hoping. So it'll be neat to kind of see it from what it is right now, and then once we get it pushed out, what it's going to look like. This is a brand new 6-acre field that we put in right here, and eventually this is going to be a destination field for us. We'll probably eventually put like 4 or 5 acres of it in standing beans next year, but it's super rough right now. What we did is we come in here this morning, and Dustin, we picked out and mapped out about 1.5 acres on Onyx, and he dissed it up really good, and we'll come back and cultipack it, and we're going to put foundation clover in on this 1.5 acres right here. And the reason that we picked the downhill side and kind of this lower part of the field is on the clover. Moisture is so important in the summertime. When you're not getting a lot of moisture, you need this down into this lower spot. It's going to hold moisture better, and it's going to do better for you in the summertime when your bucks are growing, when they really need it and need that food source. So, you know, a lot of guys, you know, they try to figure out where they're going to put what blends or you know, what seeds at, and whether they're going to plant on the top of a ridge or down in the bottom. But we like on our clover to keep our clover in these lower spots like this, like I said, because during the time of year in the summer when you're really relying on it and they need it, you need it to where it's going to be getting the most moisture and doing the best for you. So that's why we mapped it out and kind of structured it the way we have. And then we'll put a radish blend, probably main event, maybe some long range on the other 4 or 5 acres of it. And this should be a big field for us. Night 1 on the Raven, man. We're finally kicking off deer camp. King of the Raven has began. Hosey just rolled in, him and Scuba. They done broke the ice night 1, and thank goodness it's my partner that got her done on night 1. He done shot a deer we call Big Ron. It looks like he pinwheeled him. So we're gonna have a little dinner, and we're about to go get in on the first track of the year on the Raven, boy. Yeah. Boy, he almost took her to the creek, didn't he?
I know this. I'll be the first to admit I talk a lot of trash.
You don't say.
I talk a lot of trash, but I promise you, when it comes to appreciation, there's nobody who appreciates you guys more than I do. All the work you guys put in, mostly Cody, throughout the summer.
We know that's right.
And allowing us to come out and enjoy deer camp with you guys and enjoy this land. Just trust me. You know, I appreciate it, and you know, blessed to call you boys friends and
shoot, man,
come
I'm
out
glad
here
you're
with
here.
you fellas and be a part of this team,
big dog.
and to be able to put my Missouri bow tag on a deer like this. I mean, talk about unique, just heavy bases. His tines, when I was looking at him, when he stepped out, I was like, man, that thing is wild looking.
He is
Big
a
old body
unique
deer.
sucker, man. Hey, I'm just glad you're on my team for King of the Ravens.
That's exactly right.
We done got it started off right.
Cody,